71.
The Lou Information Station presents Art City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome into the show. Glad you're with us today. Thursday, 6:05 is the time. It is the last day of July. We are here till 8 o'clock today. We talk all things St. Louis. Glad you're with us, as we said. Okay, if you want to get into anything today, let us know. We'll talk to you. We'll do that. We'll make things happen, as we always try to do. Pro Joe's alongside. It's going to be a little cooler today. That's pretty cool. A lot of things to talk about as well. Lots of things to get into. One of those Thursdays, which is weird. Pro Joe said, "Can you believe it's already Thursday?" Yes, there are some weeks that seem to drag, and there are some weeks that seem to go fast. And today, I'm telling you, it seems like it's been a fast week as well. I agree. Here we are. Welcome to Thursday, Pro Joe.
Just the last few months. Last few months in general. It's been going by really fast.
I'm going to get my jacket. Can you talk for a second while I go? Just the last.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hurrying, Pro Joe.
So, yeah, it's the time has been going by really, really fast lately. I'd say ever since the election. It was going really slow before that, and now it's just, and I don't know what the reason is for that. However, it seems like time's going by really fast since then.
But you know what? When those things happen, the timing thing, it's like, okay, all right, let's try to slow down time. We try to fast forward time. We do all those things. So I appreciate it, Pro Joe. We got it, buddy. Hey, the Cardinals lost again last night. Got shut out. I watched it. I was like, dang, they got shut out again. Yeah, but at least we know now. They've given up, not given up, but put in for another day. They traded after losing 2-0 to the Marlins, being shut out twice in the series. They traded their relief pitchers, one of the best in the league. So he's a New York Met. They got some young prospects. We'll see how that all turns out for Ryan Helsley. Kind of knew that was coming. Will Nolan Arenado be traded? I don't know. That could happen today. I think the trade deadline ends today. So today would be the last day, the last possibility for something like that to happen. But for now, we see as they head into August as a 500 team, 55-55 today. They do not have a game today. 10 games out of first, or in their division, 5.5 out of the wild card, but chasing several teams. So anyway, Cardinals not so good. It's frustrating that another year kind of went by just like that. They will not be in the playoffs. They don't have the makeup to make the playoffs. And we think of days yesteryear. I saw a video literally yesterday on social media, counting down some of the best baseball moments in history. And of course, they had David Freese, 2011. And I'm like, my gosh, that's when the stadium was packed. I know it was a World Series, but back when we had teams that we knew had a shot to go to the World Series, and it's like, those are so long ago. I mean, I know they went to a series in 2014, but still, I mean, it's been a long time. We're starting to get into it. Count the years up, add the years up. They don't look like they're any closer either next year to competing. And, you know, that's our team. That was St. Louis, unfortunately. So they go down last night. Some more weird weather patterns last night. We had some rain in some areas not. Just kind of weird pop-up showers all over the place. Because yesterday was brutally hot again throughout the St. Louis area. It was humid, steamy, moist, whatever you want to say. Not so great. Then you had the soccer game last night at Energizer Park as well. St. Louis City SC taking on English Premier League Aston Villa. They lost 2-1. It was a friendly, so it was fine. It was just one of those games where, you know, get to welcome a team in, like, hey, I had a chance to watch Aston Villa. Always nice to get people downtown, nice to have people at the ballpark, nice to have people at the soccer park over at Energizer Park as well. So that took care of some of the sports that was going on from that standpoint last night. Mike Tyson always draws a big crowd. Tommy Brooks was his trainer, famous trainer. He passed away at the age of 71. He also later went on to train Evander Holyfield for a while as too. So Mike Tyson credits Tommy Brooks for bringing him up, making him the guy that he was, bringing him out of the streets into something a little better and making him a world champion and, one of the most popular people in the world still. I would say, wouldn't you say Mike Tyson still, no matter where he goes, still one of the most popular people?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. He's
Kind of like that.
recognizable.
He's got that Ric Flair effect to him.
Yeah.
He's got the Ric Flair flair.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Woo! Yes, there it is. We're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed this morning. Thanks, guys, for jumping in. We are Art City Now. I'm Vic Faust. You can stream us not one, not two, but three places right now: X, YouTube, and Facebook, all at Art City Now. You can also jump in on the chat line if you would like. 855-282-8255. We're there as well. If anything's going on, stories, let us know. We'll talk about them. You can jump in on the chat at those places as well. Art City Now. That's where you find us on X, YouTube. You can chat there. Facebook, you can chat there as well. And let us know if we missed something that's happening throughout the St. Louis area. That's what we're trying to do. Make sure that we're all on the same page. Talk about the stories that people in St. Louis are talking about, trying to stay positive. I'm not getting into the Sam Page stuff. It's political. Then it become legal. We'll see where all of that goes. Just very interesting to see some of the things. That was all over social media yesterday as well from people that I was talking to. Hey, by the way, you can stream us as well. Our show, all the shows on the station. And that's at luinfo.com. Once again, that's luinfo.com. What's happening today? It's a Thursday, the last day of July in the St. Louis area. What's got you moving? What's got the needle moving for you today? I said the Cardinals have no game. So they're there. What are you going to do? It's a better day. You can actually get outside today, allegedly. Today you're talking about highs. Cloudy, overcast, but this is going to blow your mind. How about 79 for a high and not till 4 p.m.? Cloudy, overcast, and the temperature 79. How long has it been? And then, of course, after today, you're talking about some absolutely gorgeous weather. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 80, 78, 80. All sunshine for the weekend. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect time to get outside. Go reintroduce yourself to outside after not being able to go outside for a while. Okay. When it comes to some of those things happening, we talked about that. Cardinals, St. Louis City SC, Mike Tyson's trainer. From that had happened as well. We see stories and things that come on, and we break it down a little bit more as well when we have the opportunity to do that. By the way, for our early audience listeners, when is that Puddle of Mud concert in Alton? Is that Saturday or Sunday with Pookie?
6.
Saturday at 6, Puddle of Mud, opened by Cavo, Pookie, friend of our broadcasting studio here, St. Louis rocker, friend of Pro Joe's. So that's another concert that you have. There's that could be very fun to go to as well. And then Sunday over at the factory, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Sixpence None the Richer, and the Jayhawks will be there as well. They've got fights over at the factory tomorrow night for Friday night. So there are some things going on. Of course, we talk to you guys to see what we can focus on, what you guys have going on. Let us know. Jump in on the chat line as well. That's what we'll do. What's moving the needle for you today? That's what this show's all about. Water cooler talk, making sure that we are covering what we can from that standpoint. Okay, I found this story to be, it's a positive story, and it goes, we all love dogs, right? Most of us love dogs. We just love dogs. We do. Man's best friend. How about this story? 13-year-old boy who had last been seen riding a skateboard on July 27th in the Goose Creek French Village somehow, some way, hurt himself. He went missing. There was a frantic search for him. So the skateboard that he was on was found about a half mile from his home. So obviously, the discovery prompted detectives to request assistance from the Farmington Correctional Center. But they found this boy. He was without food or water for 96 hours in the heat. Think about that. The last 96 hours, what it's been like. He had a serious leg injury. And the reason they were able to find him was because of a canine, Daryl. Daryl was able to find the boy who was at the bottom of a ravine in Goose Creek, Missouri. He had fallen and was down there, had a serious leg injury, and could not move. But here comes Canine Daryl to the rescue. So they sent him out, and he was able to find the boy. That's how amazing dogs can be. First responders were able to airlift this child to the hospital, currently recovering. Nothing nefarious. No signs of foul play. It was an accident. Can you imagine being the family?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't. Would not even want to imagine. But who knows how long the boy might have survived if it hadn't been for the canine. And that's how dogs can be used so well. So well. So over in the Farmington area, they were able to find this little boy a half mile from his home. That's how close he was. But he was at the bottom of a ravine and nobody could find him after all the searching and looking for him. I love dogs. And the canine that they show, I was trying to look at his picture. It's like a thick hound dog. I don't know. So it wasn't a German Shepherd, but a thick, like a really thick hound dog.
They used to use bloodhounds back in the day.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know what? And they didn't tell us what kind of dog this is. That's what's a bummer about it, is the fact that I'd like to know what kind of dog it is. But just fantastic story. When you have a canine finding your child. I'm still blown away that this story is what it was because of trying to find a kid and then you find him in St. Louis eventually. Here, I'll send you the picture, Projo.
Yeah, I was going to say, send it to me and I'll see what I can.
Or you can see
dig
where.
up.
Yeah, and you can see where they are and pop that up there. I'm sending it over to you right now. I'm curious if anybody else has any of these types of stories of dogs helping them, finding them, being around, anything like that. Because, there are dogs that do some very, very fantastic things. We've always been told they have that extra sense. They just know. They know who needs help. They know who may be sick. And it would just be so cool if they could be used in a way like that, even more, to help save this child, which is what they did. And by the way, you can jump in on the chat line and talk with us if you want. You can go to X, YouTube at Arch City Now. Once again, X and YouTube at Arch City Now to join the conversation too, if you have something going on. But just a really, really cool story. A story that ends in a positive manner as well, because 96. Oh, do you already popped the picture up?
Yeah, that's a bloodhound.
Oh, but look how thick that bloodhound is.
Yeah, that's a big
I've
one.
never seen a bloodhound that thick.
Yeah, they're big. Well, that one is.
Bloodhounds are usually more thin, longer ears, look exactly like the picture that we're showing. But that's Daryl. And Daryl needs to eat some really good meals after that as well. Daryl needs a whole lot of treats, and Daryl may put on another Daryl, but Daryl deserves it. We may have a double half, a size and a half of Daryl. Congrats to that boy. Good news with Dakota moving all around, because Dakota is now ready to make a healing, so to speak, after everything that had been found. But my gosh, traumatic leg injury, airlifted to the hospital for treatment, and all is as well as it possibly can be at this point in time. How about this? St. Louis also coming out with Union Station. We've talked about development downtown. We've talked about the entertainment district where extra police officers are going to be added around from the Arch all the way out past the soccer stadium, Energizer Park, around Busch Stadium, making a big circle all the way back down around the convention. I mean, well, the dome to make it extra safe. Union Station is in the middle of that circle, that entertainment district. So they added the wheel. It's fine. It's cool. It looks cool from the highway. It's all right. I've been up in it.
It adds to the skyline.
I agree. Then Union Station added the aquarium. And the aquarium's good. I mean, we try to be real. I've been in the aquarium twice. The first time I thought it was great. Second time, okay, I've seen it. I think it's nice to have there. I don't know if it's going to continue to draw tons of people or not. I don't know. Have you been there?
I haven't. Not since, not since it became an aquarium.
So we have the aquarium. Now Union Station is ramping up the excitement with even more. So check out some of the pictures here. And you can keep those up, Pro Joe, and I'll read through some of these things that they're doing. They're ramping up for the final stretch of summer, but they're going to add 3 brand new rides to its outdoor wheel park. And that's all happening next month. So if you take a look at the picture, I'm curious to see how popular this will be. Will this be something that can work? It's something proactive to try to make things better. That's for certain.
It's definitely something geared more for kids. It kind of reminds me of, Toontown at Six Flags.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Something. Oh, that's that's
the kid version.
The kids version.
Yeah.
So you see, I mean, for our people who are watching our show, you can see some of the things that they're trying to do here. And what we have, okay, you've got, let's see, the wheel is there in the far left, but they're going to be open to the public on August 28th. So they're already almost done.
Yeah, about another month.
It's part of a multi-million-dollar makeover at Union Station.
Looks like in between the wheel or right next to the wheel, it looks like is it going to be like the swings?
The wave swinger.
Yeah. And then they got a Buccaneer style, small Buccaneer style, and then a roller coaster.
I think it's, you know what? If it adds more power to, I mean, it's something extra. I like it. It was part of a multi-million-dollar renovation. And there's just something I like Union Station. I always did. I just felt like it could really be a really cool place, especially when the weather's decent, at least decent. It's just a good spot. It's a good location.
It's a kid attraction downtown, something for kids to do. Seems like downtown is definitely geared more towards adults. This is definitely something for the kids.
So the Wave Swinger, they said it'll take guests on a trip back in time to 1904 St. Louis World Fair. So it's decorated in themes from the famous Louisiana Purchase. A rider sit in a swing and be whirled through the sky at a height of 25 feet. So, that's not bad. Then they got the Flying Louie, the pirate themed ship, the Ark. We've seen that type of ride, so to speak, at several places.
Yeah, like the Buccaneer at Six Flags.
The Buccaneer, no doubt about that. Then they've got the Locomotion, a train themed mini spinning coaster that reaches heights of 22 feet. And it claims that it'll have some fun for the entire family. So they're adding all those to Union Station where the wheel is already. I mean, I still remember when Union Station was unveiled. I mean, there was a lot of, you'd go to Union Station back when malls were a big deal.
Right. I remember the Fudge Factory.
And people, of course, always talked about the Fudge Factory. You get free samples.
Well, they would sing, too. It was entertaining.
and there was entertainment from that standpoint. So they're trying to do something when it comes to that whole situation of, all right, let's go to Union Station. I love it. I think it's great. And then you get into that West St. Louis area, the Energizer Park, literally across the street. Some soccer fields, you get it cleaned up. You've got a new hotel or a newer hotel right there as well. Those are some advancements. I mean, you got to start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere, right? So we're showing you some of the pictures of what they're trying to do over at Union Station. You got the soccer on one side, then you've got Stiefel, and then you've got the Stiefel Theater is what I'm talking about. And then you've got Enterprise Center right there as well. I guess some of the only things I don't know if you just really have a bunch of restaurants in a district, but you have to have a lot of people who are going down in that area for that to happen as well. So I like it. I was glad. I was like, all right, this is good. This is positive news that we knew that some of this stuff was coming.
Well, it's good that they're gearing St. Louis more towards family-friendly stuff other than just sports.
Yeah, you have to. Good morning to you, Ben. We appreciate it. People can jump in on the chat line as well. YouTube, Facebook, X is where we stream. Feel free to jump in and talk with us. You can also go to luinfo.com, stream all the shows all day long. We do a studio show here. Sometimes you'll see shows in the J. Randolph Jr. studios in Kirkwood. You can also give us a call if you'd like. 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. And August 28th will come around. So it's about a month away. And we'll see what kind of attraction that it offers. And not just for us, but people who might come into town. Back when people went to the Cardinals games, maybe if we could get more success with that team, it just offers another attraction for Union Station. And, it was just last week where Union Station was voted by Food Choice. I think it was Food Choice readers as the #1 hotel restaurant in the state of Missouri. Talking about their plate dishes, $10 to $20, smaller plate items. And then, of course, they have their entertainment show with their light show that they have in the evenings as well. So it's cool. It adds to Union Station and what they have. That's for sure. It could be really good. Good stuff there. I'm Vic Faust. Projo's in the house. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Bringing you stories, news, headlines, talkabouts, water cooler talk, all from the area, all from the St. Louis metropolitan area. Jump in, let us know. You can also go to our email, archcitynow@gmail.com if you don't want to get in on the chat line. archcitynow@gmail.com. Give us an update, an opinion, a shout out. We do that as well. Shout outs to anybody and everybody that you want throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. If you want to give a shout out, we will do that for you as well. It's going to be a whole lot cooler today. High of 79, overcast. It'll feel a lot better outside. No sun, but I think people wouldn't mind. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think people mind not having some Sunday just to change a pace, right? I've got a feeling people will be just fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, a nice cool day would be nice.
Been doing a lot of sweating.
Yeah.
a lot of sweating. We are Arch City Now. Glad you're with us. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us today from 8 to 10 a.m. And please like, subscribe, share the show, jump on. We put out a lot of content right now, social media wise, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can find our stuff pretty much everywhere now. Excerpts from the show. Let people know what we're doing, trying to get involved. Want more people. The more people who are involved, the more topics we can talk about, more interesting things that can happen. That's for sure. Trying to stay as positive as possible when we focus on St. Louis, but we will see. Okay. When we come back, we'll talk about the Humane Society, the Missouri Humane Society. I need your help in looking for some dogs. They have a whole lot of animals. I mean, a lot of animals we'll talk about. Also coming up in the show today, $14,000 stolen from Plaza Frontenac. How does it happen? We'll explain how this was all put together. We've got a ton of other stories as well. What food you should stay away from if you ever go to fast food at McDonald's. This is Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust. Now, that's not true.
Okay.
There's some healthy options. I'll explain it to you as well. That's Projo. Vic Faust, Arch City Now, back with more after this.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising, or email partnerships@louinfo.com for more information.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown & Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. The director of public safety at St. Louis Public Schools has resigned. Terrell Baker stepped down to take a job outside of the district. Students are back in class on August 18th. The St. Louis County Council approved an agreement to collaborate with 3 other counties to establish a regional police training center with the help of a $50 million state grant. St. Charles and Franklin counties already approved the measure, and Jefferson County will vote on August 11th. A nurse at the University of Missouri Hospital in Columbia is accused of stealing fentanyl for personal use. Amanda Woodard admitted to stealing from 133 vials from January through May by giving patients the proper dose of fentanyl and taking the rest of the vial for herself. A new report from WalletHub ranked each state's healthcare based on cost, accessibility, and outcome. Missouri ranked 24th, coming in at 15th for cost, 16th for access, and 40th for outcome. New Hampshire is the best, according to the study. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We'll have some cloud cover hanging around today following that cold front, and the temperatures will be a lot more comfortable. We're staying in the upper 70s. We still do have a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. A few showers possible this evening, just cloudy overnight. We're in the mid-60s, and then we're looking sunny all the way through the upcoming weekend, highs in the 80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
The future of driving is here, and it's electric. Introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, where luxury meets cutting-edge performance. And now, at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 2.99% financing for 72 months. Efficiency, power, and style, all in one extraordinary SUV. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or online at audikirkwood.com.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Gosh, those breaks come up so fast. Sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, commercials are so long. For us who are doing the content, we're like, oh my God, we need another minute, 30 seconds or so. I have a window from where I broadcast live from. We're from Strategic Air Services in the Chesterfield Valley area. I look outside and it looks very ominous, gray this morning. I haven't even looked at the weather. We're supposed to get some rain today throughout the St. Louis area because it looks like it is about ready to pour down. I don't know. We'll see. My crack staff meteorologist, not a crack addict, but crack staff meteorologist, Projo.
That you know of.
Yeah. Is taking a look at it for us. Good morning, St. Louis. We love to get you going Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Lots of energy as we get up in the mornings. Are there topics you want to talk about? Let us know. Jump in on the chat line, Arch City Now, on YouTube, on X, and Facebook. We stream live there. That's where you can chat with us as well. Give a shout out for your town, your community, your municipality, whatever the case may be. Jump in. We try to do things a little different around here. Yeah, we cover news headlines. We cover stories. We try to find the deeper meaning, jumping into those, talking about them. That's where we would love your help as well when it comes to our show. Some of the sports headlines from St. Louis last night. Cardinals lose again, 2-0 shutout to the Marlins. The Marlins, of all people, 2 shutouts at home. Not so great. But whatever, it is the case. That's what's happening. They're 55-55 heading into August. They get a day off today. And you know what? They're 10 games out of first. The Cubs and Brewers are running away. That's fine. They're out of the playoff hunt too, about 5.5 games out, chasing a bunch of teams. They just traded away one of their best players, their closer, Ryan Helsley. Really liked Ryan. Thought he did really well in St. Louis. Stand-up guy, talked a lot, addressed issues. So he's off to the New York Mets. So we got some young prospects. We'll see how that plays out in years to come. So the Cardinals became sellers. We already know attendance has been way down for a variety of reasons. And we'll see where the rest of the year goes. The Cardinals kind of been operating in status quo mode. You know, John Mozeliak stepping down from the position that he's in. You know, you got somebody new that's going to take over next year. So you don't want to hamstring anybody that's coming in. And, you know, that's what they've got going on. Trade deadline ending. What happened with Nolan Arenado? He played last night. So we'll see. Or at least he wasn't traded. He was still part of the team. So 6:37, it's the last day of July. The summer moving right along. Schools will be back in about 2 to 3 weeks already. Cray already. August 16th, 17th, 18th, that time period as well. By the way, this weekend, speaking of school in the state of Missouri, is the sales tax weekend. Meaning when you buy items this weekend, no sales tax for back to school shopping. That's this weekend. Kind of came up us on already. I mean, Projo, it's the first weekend of August.
Yeah.
August starts tomorrow. It's like, hello, here we are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Like I was saying at the beginning of the show, it's like this whole year is going by so quickly.
Oh yeah. Yes, it does. We said good morning to Ben jumping in on the chat line. Good morning to Thompson. Good morning to Donna. Good morning to little Darth. Very nice of you, Donna. Donna referring to our show mascot, Darth Vader. Darth is one of the coolest looking Darth. Darth, yeah, that's little Darth. And what kind of dog is Darth again?
He's a Pomeranian. He was gifted to me.
I like it. Who gifted? How'd you get somebody gifted you a dog? That's
Yeah.
kind of a big gift.
Well, it was a friend of mine. She breeded. He was the stud.
Yeah.
And well, he retired. So
All right. I like the way your story goes there. There you go. And he came to you.
Yep.
There you go. If you guys have any stories, ideas, things, shout outs, you got it, information, things you're wondering about, things that frustrate you, things that excite you, whatever, get you going this morning. Let us know. Jump in on the chat line, Facebook, X, and YouTube. And of course, you can always stream us from wherever you are outside of that, louinfo.com. Once again, louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0 takes over every morning at 8 o'clock. The Cardinal broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes, and the former St. Louis Blue. We got them coming all the way through. I was getting another message here. All right. And former St. Louis Blue, Cam Jansen, bringing you a lot of the sports information, sports takes, and entertainment that's happening all around the area. How about this? We love dogs, and we love animals, love cats, especially around here. The Missouri Humane Society now has an extra 150 dogs all at once. 150 dogs, 180 total animals, including cats, rabbits, birds, and kittens. Why, you might ask? Well, the Humane Society says that it carried out its largest rescue in more than a decade. They had to pull in 150 dogs from a home. I repeat, a home.
One singular home.
In Christian County.
Wow.
They said, yeah, they literally said that from the outside, it looked normal, but inside, every inch of floor was covered with 150 dogs.
Everybody knows a girl who's done this.
Some were found on chairs, tables, inside holes in the walls.
Wow.
They said that when they got the call, it started with 50. Then they found 100, and the numbers kept growing.
Did they say whether they were breeding the dogs or whether they were just taking in strays? Where did these dogs come from?
No, they said that they're going to return tomorrow to remove dozen more animals. I mean, yeah, I don't either. So, Missouri Humane Society now in need of people who can help out with this situation. They're being weighed, hydrated, evaluated by the veterinarians. Obviously, when you have that many dogs, you're going to find dogs with some serious conditions, dehydrated, malnourished, wounds, those sorts of things. So not for the faint of heart when it comes to that situation, especially if you love animals. So it's stretched the Missouri Humane Society's resources very, very thin. So they're asking for donations, and that's what this show's about. We try to help people, try to connect, be a connector. They're asking for blankets, newspapers, and toys, anything that you can possibly do. So especially when you have that many animals. So the animals are going to be available for adoption once they're medically cleared, but they don't know if they're going to file charges or not. That's an interesting thing. Should charges be filed against somebody who is doing that?
I think there should definitely be a limit, and there's obviously some sort of neglect going on there. So
yeah, I mean,
they need to be held accountable.
Imagine your house. You have one dog, and you know what it takes
to
properly take care of a dog. Now, some of us go overboard with our dogs and our cats. I like cats. You're not a big cat guy, are you?
I like them. There are certain ones. It just depends on their temperament.
I had cats as a kid, and I'm glad because I love cats. I never thought, and I ended up loving cats. I like them all. I do.
Yeah, I like all animals. It's just some animals have different temperaments.
Yep, I get it. So nearly 180 animals. Once again, 180 animals recovered in a massive, I guess, I don't know how it took so long to get a call saying, oh yeah, by the way, we see a bunch of animals at somebody's house.
Sounds like a petting zoo.
Yeah, no kidding. 6:44 is the time. It's Thursday. It's July 31st, last day of July. We talked about people doing things and having inside jobs. This is one. This sounds like it could have been a movie, but Plaza Frontenac was the victim, so to speak, of $14,000 worth of merchandise from stores being stolen inside Plaza Frontenac, and that happened earlier this month. $14,000. So how did it happen? Well, you had 3 people who went to Plaza Frontenac on July 7th, and they went there under the advisory of a guy named Alexander Avery. So he worked in their loss prevention department for Saks. So you talk about an inside job. So he's lost recovery. So what does he do? Allegedly, he altered the security cameras. I mean, this is like Mission Impossible. Or you literally go in and you alter the camera so people can go in and do things. So this happened over at Plaza Frontenac. He altered the cameras so the group was able to have time where nobody could see them and they could start filling bags.
Somebody's been watching too many heist movies.
I know. Heist, you name it. During the time period that they were at Saks, they were able to take over $10,000 worth of clothing. Although the prices at Saks, depending upon the items you get, that could be a few items.
Yeah.
It really could be, just depending.
A couple handbags.
So right before the theft, those three, and this is interesting. So if you've ever been in there, you'll get an idea of the pictures. Imagine walking in, and then there's Alo Yoga store. So they were in the Alo Yoga store, another really cool store, very expensive as well, stuffing shopping bags with approximately $4,000, actually $4,200 worth of clothes.
Did they get away with this?
No, they got caught.
Ugh.
No, they got caught.
Well,
They got caught.
That's what you get for watching heist movies and using them in real life.
It was noted that as smart as Mr. Avery was, he failed to disable one fisheye dome camera inside the Saks Fifth Avenue store, which got everybody on camera. Eventually, they got around to it. They're like, oh. So, one of the people was charged with 2 counts of stealing $750 or more. And then the other 2 are charged with 1 count of stealing $750 or more. So, and it's interesting. There's another person was charged with stealing due to having been found guilty of stealing 3 times since 2018. That person could spend 10 years in prison. So, I mean, these are habitual people stealing over and over and over and over again. And it happened over at Plaza. Somebody lets in. I mean, that's interesting to me to think, okay, they could have gotten away with it if he would have thought about disabling the dome camera. That's how easy that could have been. He disabled all of the cameras besides the one. I don't know. Is that interesting? I do.
It's interesting. It's kind of funny.
From the chat line regarding the Missouri Humane Society story of 150 dogs, 180 animals recovered so far out of Christian County back into their adoptions tend to slow in the summer. Okay. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I guess people like companionship in the wintertime.
Yeah, and Donna says, I love cats. I love all animals. I have adopted a few senior kitties with little chance of being adopted. I do know. I know a woman too. She only takes at-risk dogs that may not have much time left. So literally spends the last time with these dogs before they leave planet Earth. And goes through the heartache of losing one every single time.
Yeah.
And you just keep signing up for it. And it's like
the hardest part right there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I actually donated my time a couple of times taking photos of animals at the adoption shelters so they could get
really
adopted easier. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they have some photographers on staff, right? Or
no, actually. Well, I think sometimes, yeah. I mean, the people who document them coming in, but they don't have professional photographers trying to make them look, good. So you can put them up on social media. It's just kind of like a mugshot is what they take.
Okay. I get it. That's cool.
Yeah.
And of course you're pro Joe, so your photos are
you
a whole lot better.
I'll I guess for another show, I'll show you.
Just don't play the song that makes you cry every time you hear it. Or, it was, I Will Remember You. I remember it with the dogs.
In the Eyes of an Angel.
Yes. In the eyes of it. Who's Sarah?
Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan. Oh my God. In the eyes of, and then that with the dog. It isn't that a Humane Society?
Oh, yeah.
And you start like, oh my God, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of videos you put together?
No, not videos.
To try to get adoptions?
Just pictures, yeah. Just pictures.
Oh man, I think 2 days later, it's like, I got hit in a car 2 days ago.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't mention it yesterday.
Well, it's no reason. I mean, people get hit in cars.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of rough and stumble and just kind of plow through like a dinosaur, everything in my life. Oh yeah, I just got hit. All right. I mean, the collisions and the car accidents where I've been hit 3 or 4 times. Not all that uncommon. It's not if you live over a period of life. Not exactly a young guy. They remind me of football collisions. But I have never been hit harder than I was hit in college football. There's car accidents. Somebody T-boned me. Went flying. It's all right. I'll rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, when you got a 400-pound linesman smacking you right in the head with his head.
Well, there's only one time in my life I saw stars. And then another time where it was like blinking stars. And that was after I got run over by some unsuspecting people coming to take me out. That'll change things for you. But it is interesting, people who've been in accidents. I felt, I was a little sore the day of. Yesterday, I was fine. This morning, I'm like, it's like 2 days later. It's like my neck's a little sore. So I was looking over at you. I'm like, I have to move the whole body. You can't just move the neck. It's like, hey, how are you doing?
Sounds like you need to go see Dr. Naputi.
Dr. Naputi, help my neck, help my back. Let's go from there. Yeah, if anybody's ever been in an accident, I'm curious. Has it taken 2-3 days for you to feel the collision?
Typically it does, yeah. It was like a week or so before I actually felt anything from 2 accidents ago.
Oh. All right, there you go. You get it.
Yeah.
This is Art City Now. 6:52 is the time. It is July 31st. Man, oh man. Another story I have to get into here. And not necessarily all cookies and lemonade poolside, but we had some of these stories that had happened, and we'll get them done now. But you had another company, this one out of Chesterfield, Signature Bride. They were selling wedding dresses. Think about one of the biggest days of your life. You're excited, and they're not cheap. According to court documents, the owners, the prices, are facing 22 counts of deceptive business practices. The charges come after months of complaints by customers. Months. 21 of the charges come from customers who said they legitimately paid for dresses, wedding dresses, between March and November of last year, and they never received them. Imagine paying for wedding dresses and never getting them. I just, oh my gosh, I could not imagine if I was engaged to a woman and her wedding dress didn't come in and we paid for it.
Well, and then the day of the wedding or whenever, I don't know how soon you typically pick up the dress before the wedding. However, they had to postpone the wedding.
I don't know. No, you'd probably try to get one.
Maybe.
One of the charges said that a customer said that they paid for the store wedding dress preservation that never happened. They said that the customers knowingly made false promises. Yeah, exactly. One of the people's like, this is an emotional thing to go through.
Yeah, that day will never, you can't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like doing photography for weddings, because you can't do a retake. That's somebody's special moment.
Yeah, that's a great point. Man, that's a great point. Yeah, to get the news that someone's being held accountable for something they did that affected so many people's lives and one of their pivotal moments in their lives, I'm pretty elated, one of the victims said. The store's now defunct, and to think about some of the things that they had to go through, they said that the other people stepped in and helped the people get what they needed. But you're paying a lot of money for a wedding dress that never comes in. You're like, okay, this is a problem. So that was a story. 22 counts of deceptive business practices. As an owner, what are you thinking? Literally, I'm going to get away with this. And that's why it's so difficult. People like this, it's like you want to trust business owners. You want to trust people, but you can't. I mean, even some friends, it's like, okay, we need to sign this contract. We need to do this. We need to do that. But these things happen. And we're proof of it. We show you the stories and the things that are happening, all these things that are going on. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no stranger to lip service, that's for sure. And that seems like that's all they were giving people is lip service.
Well, I hate doing the stories, but I'm glad people are being held accountable. That's the key. I mean, people are human, and there are bad people with bad intentions, especially throughout the St. Louis area, who are going to be doing things, trying to make money. But what goes to their mind to think they can actually get away with it? That's what kind of blows my mind. It's like, really? You think you're going to be able to get away with that? You can do this? Okay. So holding them accountable. From the chat line, talking about accidents and what you went through. I was slammed from behind on my way home from work. My coffee spilled all over me. I didn't call police because of the young man's age. He'd probably lose his insurance, and my car and body were fine. Hope you're good, Vic. I believe you should at least trade insurance info with the other driver. Well, yeah, police arrived ours. Ours was big. So police took care of that. But I don't know how you could be slammed from behind and your car be fine. You drive a tank.
Right. I've been rear-ended twice. And
the way cars are made now, if you get hit, they crumple.
Yeah.
Part of it to protect you, and then just the way things are made from that standpoint, unless you're driving a tank.
Right. You must have the station wagon from the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. What has happened to you if you've been hit, if you've hit somebody else? Those are some, and then how long does it take? I'm curious if you felt any pain from that. I was totally fine. My passenger had a concussion. I saw him pop up in the air because he got T-boned. He was in the passenger seat that got walloped.
Man.
And thank God he had his seatbelt on too. Obviously it should be. So anyway, that does it for our first hour here on the show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust. That's the voice of Projo. We'll come back. We got another hour here. Jump in the show. If you want to chat with us, you can do so. You can do so on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Once again, X, YouTube, and Facebook. We are the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Back with more right after this.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your mark?
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
It's stronger than grandmother's breath.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. Canada is the latest nation with plans to recognize a Palestinian state. Prime Minister Mark Carney said Wednesday Canada condemns the fact the Israeli government has allowed a catastrophe to unfold in Gaza and will recognize a Palestinian state in September during a meeting of the UN. Last week, both France and Britain said they will recognize a Palestinian state. President Trump says he plans to impose a penalty on India for what he views as unfair trade policies, as well as for India's purchase of military equipment and energy from Russia. Trump says while India is our friend, we have over the years done relatively little business with them.
In a post on Truth Social, Trump has called India's non-tariff market barriers obnoxious. Delhi has reportedly been opposing U.S. demands of easier access to American farm and dairy goods in the Indian market.
Ishan Gurj reports the so far unspecified penalty is in addition to a 25% tariff rate, which is set to take effect Friday. Former Vice President Kamala Harris has ruled out a run for California governor.
In a statement, Harris says she gave serious thought to making a run, but ultimately decided to not enter the race. Harris said for now, her leadership in public service will not be an elected office. The former vice president says she's looking forward to helping elect Democrats across the country. Harris said she'll share more details about her plans in the next few months. This comes as speculation remains regarding the former presidential candidate possibly running for the White House again in 2028. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
A third suspect in a viral Cincinnati brawl is in custody. 39-year-old Jermaine Matthews was arrested and booked on aggravated riot and assault charges. Video of the weekend incident spread across social media, showing a man and a woman physically attacked by a group of people in the downtown area. 2 other suspects have been arrested and booked. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into. And that's MetaShare. Maybe you've heard joining MetaShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MetaShare works too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 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 855-SHARE-40.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198. Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Lou Information Station presents Art City Now with Vic Faust.
Good morning, St. Louis. 7:05 is the time. It is Thursday, July 31st. We're coming to you live from our studios at Strategic Air Services in the Chesterfield Valley. This is Art City Now. I'm Vic Faust, Projo alongside as well. The chat line cracks me up. You can jump in on our chat line if you want to. Talk with us. Talk with all of St. Louis if you want to. The phone number to give us a call, you can do that as well, is, and we'll run that for you, is 855-282-8255. So that's 282-8255. 855-282-8255. You can also chat with us on X, on YouTube and Facebook. We stream there live every day as well. You can jump in on the chat there, talk about us. We're always willing to talk St. Louis, share your stories with us, with other people. And of course, it makes it fun, gets us up and at it. A little bit different today. The sun not shining this morning throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. More cloud cover, some wind. But the key difference is the temperatures. No 100 heat index today. You've got high about 80, maybe 79, 80.
It's high of 77.
77?
Yep.
Holy moly.
20% precipitation.
Yeah, get outside, enjoy the day, especially if it's not raining. But it always seems like we go from like 100 to rain, 100 to rain, 100. But this weekend's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Make your plans now. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Suns. I say suns because it just looks like a bunch of suns. Suns and 80. What a weekend to get out and enjoy. That's for sure. A lot of crazy stories this morning regarding people doing bad things, getting caught in the St. Louis area. Had another guy, a fluorescent man, has been charged for allegedly possessing burglary tools while he was at Drive Time Auto Dealership in North County. Literally, the guy said, "I was trying to get me a little ride." I get, okay. There's some consequences there, Markiel, unfortunately. Police received a phone call that there was a guy wearing a dark colored hoodie, black pants, a backpack, white bandana covering his face. That's probably going to give you up. There's nothing to be worried about. Don't worry. Not. He had a hammer, a pair of gloves, and scissors. So you can steal a car with a hammer, a pair of gloves, and scissors.
And a face mask.
And a face mask. Oh, brother. From the chat line, Todd jumping in. Guess what I'm doing? Grass cutting. Yes. Saving yourself from the heat. Just try to get in, depending upon if we're supposed to get any rain or not. Yeah, now would be a time to get that grass cut. I agree. Be a time. Go ahead and get it done, Todd. Thanks for letting us know. That is something that you could get out and do today that you haven't done. Maybe walks without totally sweating your fanny off. Those are some of the things that are happening. Cardinals played last night. They got shut out again. Not a lot of excitement. 2-0. No offense. You kind of knew the trade deadline was here. I think that ends today. They traded away their number one reliever, Ryan Helsley. Hells Bells. One of the best in the game. He's going to the Mets. They're in contention. They spend a lot of money, and they're smart. They've been smart with some of their decisions. They're a contender. Cardinals get some young prospects. We'll see how they pan out in the year or years to come. And Cardinals move on. They're a ho-hum team, 55-55. 10 games out of first in their division. That's who they are. So anyway, take it for what it is. St. Louis City SC played last night over at Energizer Park. Terrific soccer park. And they took on Aston Villa of the English Premier Soccer League. It was a friendly, so it's not all full go, not all the full players, but enough. 2-1, they lose that game. They were down 2-0, but they scored a goal to make it 2-1. So at least they weren't shut out. That was nice to see. Give fans at least something to cheer about a little bit more. Mike Tyson, he's very well known. He's still so darn super popular. He really is. You think? I mean, we talk about Ric Flair, Mike Tyson. Anybody else in that group, that pairing that can carry that aura about them? His longtime trainer, Tommy Brooks, passed away. A lot of people sending prayers out to Mike Tyson. He became a father figure, helped him for a long time as well. Big trainer for him, helped him after his main trainer passed away as well. So Tommy Brooks also trained Evander Holyfield. So he passes away, and that's part of those things that can happen. We get it. Life and death happens. It's all part of life. St. Louis also doing its best to build up downtown. I don't know what you guys think about this. First thing we've talked about, you got to have safety and have the entertainment district, which is going to be a circle, spanning the arch all the way out past Energizer Park, the new soccer stadium, which covers Union Station, lots of businesses, does a big circle, comes back over around the Dome, Busch Stadium. So they're going to have extra police security called peace officers to help keep more of a peace downtown, eliminate crime at least eliminate it within that circle. The St. Louis Circle of Trust, so to speak. Well, Union Station's in there, and Union Station's a really cool place. It really is. If there's anything else you'd like to see at Union Station, pump it in there. What do you think? They do a decent job. I wish that they could have some, more restaurant options there. If you can get people to go down, restaurants are going to open up and spend that kind of money unless they have a lot of people who are coming downtown. And let's just be real. People aren't spending a lot of time downtown unless there's a game or a massive event, concert. They're just not. Are you getting up and saying, hey, let's go to the city today?
Exactly.
I don't know a lot of people who do that. When I lived in Detroit, people said that. And that may shock people's minds because there were more things to do there in their downtown when they went through their, let's just say, bad time. And then they revamped the city.
When I'm thinking of family fun, the first thing that comes to mind is not St. Louis City.
And that's fair. And that's not a dig. We want to see our city grow, thrive, strive for more. And we see this multi-million-dollar project. I like it. It's adding something. It's family friendly. I don't know if it's like great or not, but here's what it is. St. Louis Union Station has unveiled 3 new rides. 3 new rides right next to the wheel. They're calling it Wheel Park. It's part of a multi-million-dollar renovation, adding things for people to come down and see. Obviously they added the aquarium. I like the aquarium. First time I thought it was great. Second time, just being honest, it was like, okay, but it's there. It's something that's there. It's something positive. It's not a parking lot.
I think the wheel in this area actually has helped the aquarium because without that wheel, I think a lot of people go to the wheel just to ride it. And then they're going to check out the aquarium while they're there, right?
Maybe.
I think the wheel has helped out the aquarium.
Yeah, I like the wheel. It's there. Do you go up in those? Have you been up in the wheel?
Not in this one, no.
Okay.
The one at Six Flags.
Is it too high for you?
No, those are fine. I don't know why. It's weird.
It's all good. It's all good. So basically, they're located, as you can see, near the train shed. It's on the south side of the St. Louis Wheel, and they're going to open to the public August 28th. They're already here. August 28th, as you look at the picture. For our people who are watching our podcast, you can watch us as we stream live on X, YouTube, and Facebook. They've got something called the Wave Swinger, a classic swing ride themed to the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, reaching a height of 25 feet. Riders must be at least 48 inches tall to ride alone, or they can ride with a supervising companion of at least 16 years old. Then they've got the Flying Louie. You're reaching heights of 25 feet, by the way, with the Wave Swinger. When it comes to the Flying Louie, it's like the old Buccaneer. It's kind of like that. Riders must be 48 inches tall. Same thing for all of them, or accompanied by somebody who's at least 16. Pirate ship themed ride. And then you've got the Loco Motion. It's a little mini themed train spinning coaster, reaches height of about 22 feet as well. So they're all additional opportunities for people to enjoy Union Station, which can be a really nice place to go to. And then if you continue to add, and then you add the safety, and there are no reports of any of the things that we've talked about, it could be a really good entertainment district. There are some bars, there are some restaurants already inside that quote entertainment district that can start something. You got to start somewhere.
I think they should add more rides. Keep developing, keep doing that. I don't know. I think that's definitely an attraction for downtown.
I believe in investment. I mean, they're putting money into it regardless. I mean, I'm not saying it's the end all end all. I'm saying I like it. I think it's a positive. It's a small positive. People have ideas. Jump in and tell us on the chat line. If you want to call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. Donna from the chat line says it looks fun. Yeah, it can. It can be fun. And we certainly hope that that's the case for people. It is what it is. And you see it there at Union Station, and it's something fun to do. By the way, speaking of something fun to do, this weekend, you've got Saturday night over at the factory, straight tequila night, doors open at 7 p.m. And then Sunday, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Sixpence None the Richer, and the Jayhawks. They're going to be at the factory, doors open at 6:30. By the way, Evolution Fest, fast approaching in September. Get your tickets, $100,000 being donated by the owners, and Steve Shankman and his crew donating $100,000 to the United Way for tornado victims with proceeds. So get your tickets. You can help out that way. That show will be here before you know. Sublime, Lenny Kravitz, two of the headliners for that show. Also, Saturday night, 6 o'clock over at the Alton. What is it called? The Alton what?
Alton Amphitheater.
The Alton Amphitheater. Puddle of Mud will be there. And of course, Cavo, your boy Pookie.
Yep.
Your friend Pookie. What's Pookie play with Cavo?
Bass. He's a bass player. Yeah.
So he's a bass player.
Mm-hmm.
They're opening up for them as well. So you can check out, those are some of the shows, some of the things that you can do this weekend as well. Weather's going to be fantastic. Whatever you guys are trying to do, we get caught up. This is payback weather, 80s and sunny all weekend. If there's an event you guys want to promote, something that's going on that we don't know about, please let us know. We'll talk about it in regards to, some of the things that people can get out and do. What is happening throughout the St. Louis area that you want to draw attention to? Because there are lots of things. We have so many little areas of opportunities, events going on, things from that standpoint that people like and want to do. And of course, we want to promote it and talk about it here on Arts City Now. A story from the first hour that we'd covered regarding just some really, really, I don't know how this even happens, but the Humane Society of Missouri has rescued more than 150 dogs, 150 dogs from one Christian County home. That's right, 150 dogs. And not only that, but there's other animals like birds, rabbits, cats, kittens, totaling 180. And they're going back today. They're going back again today for more. So obviously they're trying to take care of all these pets. They're taking donations. The Humane Society is asking for blankets, newspapers, toys, as they try to get the dogs medically fit for adoption. But that's a lot. I mean, that is really a lot to put out there, to put on people. But they're trying to do their best. They're trying to get the word out.
I mean, that's a lot of animals. I don't know how big this house was or how big the property was. However, 150 animals, or is that just dogs? And then there's also
150 dogs, right?
And then there's also other animals as well. So that's just dogs, 150 dogs.
150 dogs.
That's crazy. Plus
180 animals. So about 30 other animals.
Right.
Every inch of floor in this home was covered with a dog. They were on tables, chairs, inside walls.
Could you imagine the feces?
Well, I didn't want to say it.
Sorry. Got to give the full picture.
I thought about that and the smell. And I went, oh, No, 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 no. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to get caught up in any of that. But
and I wonder how much it costs to feed all those animals, or if they were actually feeding them.
well, yeah, there were lots of malnutrition. There was lots of malnutrition they were talking about.
That's sad.
But that's not a surprise. I mean, of course, I mean, how are you going to feed them? Can you imagine
Right.
the cost
Oh yeah, absolutely.
of trying to do that? I don't know. It is something. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's something that it's just difficult for me to imagine. They're going back today. Who knows how many more dogs are going to find? No charges have been filed yet on the people who own the home. I guess at this point in time, it's like, let's just get these dogs, these cats, rabbits, birds. They had birds as well, to safety, to make sure it's like, okay, all right, let's see what we got there. Hey, also this weekend is the tax-free weekend when it goes to back to school purchases. Don't forget about that. Check it out. Be beautiful outside. There'll probably, if you're wondering, if there'll be more people out and about. Yes, with the weather like that and it being the tax-free weekend in Missouri. Yeah, I think get ready for that. Also, we didn't want to forget this weekend. You've got the Lego event. The Lego event, the Build Construction.com. It's over at the Greensfelder building in Manchester. It's a Lego event. There's 3 locations. You can check that out. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but you need to sign up. You can get tickets there just to make sure that they still have room, because the Brick Convention is what it's called. Look for tickets. You go to brickconvention.com. brickconvention.com. Everything Lego related on Saturday and Sunday. A really cool event. Creative, hands-on, minds-on fun of Lego building. And you need to check out what they can do for you, what kind of events and the times that they have. So they've got sessions on Saturday, 10 to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then Sunday they've got 2, which is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So tickets will not be sold at the door for sold out time sessions, which is why you need to check that out in advance. It's over at the Greensfelder Recreation Complex on Weidman, however you want to say it, 550 Weidman Road in Manchester. Big time event for Lego lovers. We are Arch City now. We talk everything St. Louis, 6 to 8 a.m., Monday through Friday. Vic Faust here. Pro Joe's the voice alongside. Sometimes you hear him, sometimes you see him, but always steady over in the chair as we bring you the stories that are moving along in your neck of the woods, what's happening throughout the St. Louis area. Ben says from the chat line, that's a lot of dog food, 150 dogs. I couldn't even, they're not all eating. Obviously, they're not all eating. Good morning to you, Robert. We appreciate you jumping in. Good friend of the show. Good morning, familiar. What is that, cancelers?
Probably former, maybe, is what he meant.
Former cancelers?
Yeah.
Oh, former cancelers. Yes.
Yeah.
From the old show. Thank you, Robert. We appreciate you jumping in. Yes. Former cancelers. He would probably say, I'm getting old. Sorry. Help me. Donna says, just wondering, how was the situation discovered? I don't know. 150 dogs, 180 animals in a house. At some point in time, somebody had to see something, or dare I say, smell something.
I'm going to say with the sign of the times that
the report didn't say.
The owner probably couldn't afford it anymore, so they probably had to just give it up.
You mean they had the heart?
Right, hopefully.
Because you wouldn't take all those pets and dogs in.
Right.
Unless you had a heart in the first place.
Right, exactly.
Okay, that's a good point. I get it. Man, the dog food for 150 dogs. Well, now the Missouri Humane Society trying to take care of 180 animals. Looking for a rabbit, Joe?
No, thank you.
There you go. Rabbits, birds, cats, kittens, you name it, they've got it. All over at the Humane Society now. Man, if you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We're here every Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up at 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. If you're a big-time sports fan, they cover a lot of sports during that show. They'll be talking about the Ryan Helsley trade. Cardinals relief pitcher, one of the best closers in the game, traded to the New York Mets, who do have a chance to compete in the playoffs, who do have a chance to go to the World Series. That's why they traded for him. Cardinals get some prospects. They can break that down. St. Louis City SC, as we were talking about, had a game last night. Yeah, it was a friendly. Not a lot of hype around it, but it was against Aston Villa of the English Premier League. Always cool to, at least from a name standpoint, get that to come in. It's like, okay, all right, we'll hear that. Also, had a shout out, last call this Sunday, to support the Afton Cheerleaders, the pancake breakfast, $10. Sounds like a pretty darn good deal. Thanks for letting me know about that. But the Afton Cheerleaders could use your help on Sunday, 10 a.m. pancake breakfast. I haven't met a pancake breakfast that I want to go away from, that's for sure. If you haven't looked yet, too, you've also got get your Mizzou football tickets. You've got a situation with Mizzou right now. Oh, I am not. I literally brought up Mizzou in the chat line. Goes, how is Mizzou football team looking going into the season? Well, Mizzou has become more of a staple throughout the St. Louis area as they become better. People like to be associated with a winner. Mizzou's been a winner. 21 wins in the last 2 years. And they've done very well since 2020 at home. Missouri is one of the best teams in the SEC. Top 3 or 4 teams when it comes to playing at home and having victories. They win at home. And they've got a pretty good schedule again. Their first game of the year sold out against Central Arkansas, just under a month away on a Thursday night. Game 2, September 6th against Kansas. The rivalry renewed, sold out. Now you can buy tickets through ticket services, but those games are sold out. Louisiana, that game sold out already. First, 3 games of the year sold out. So, and they played their first 6 at home this year, which is another really good thing for Mizzou. So yeah, I'm excited about it. Of course, I'm excited about Mizzou football and what is getting there. Ben says, good luck getting tickets for the Mizzou home games. Well, you can get them. The problem is you may have to pay price way above their average ticket price unless you know people, or you can get some tickets. But it really is fun. Going to Columbia, it's fun. If you haven't done it, try it out for a day. If the weather is dry and it's not snowy or way cold late in the year, it's a great day. It is fun. There's an energy that goes along, especially with being in the SEC and tailgates everywhere. And it's not far. It's not far from the St. Louis area. If you haven't done it, try it out. Whole lot of fun. Once again, a whole lot of fun going and checking it out. So Mizzou, and they've been good, and there's a lot of hype going into the season as well. They lost their quarterback, Brady Cook, and Luther Burden, but they return a whole lot of starters, which gives you a whole bunch of hope and hype for the season that's coming up. We are Art City now. You can jump in on the chat line. You can do that at X and YouTube and Facebook. Once again, X, YouTube, and Facebook. That's where you can stream us. We're there live Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And then, of course, you can join the chat. You can give us a call if you want to. The phone number runs at the bottom of the screen as well. And, of course, if you have an email you want to send us, you can do that at archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com. We still have another 30 minutes of the show coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll get into the amazing story of the dog that found a boy after 96 hours in the metro area. Little kid was sitting 1.5 miles from home. They couldn't find him, but he is alive and well, thanks to an awesome dog.
You have to tell me about this McDonald's healthy stuff.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. There's something that Reddit polling said you should, former McDonald's employee said there's one thing you should not eat there. And it's a bummer to me. We'll tell you what it is. This is Art City Now. That's Pro Joe. I'm Vic Faust. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show. We are the Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begin.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. But don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
louinfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your louinfo.com news update. The director of public safety at St. Louis Public Schools has resigned. Terrell Baker stepped down to take a job outside of the district. Students are back in class on August 18th. The St. Louis County Council approved an agreement to collaborate with 3 other counties to establish a regional police training center with the help of a $50 million state grant. St. Charles and Franklin counties already approved the measure, and Jefferson County will vote on August 11th. A nurse at the University of Missouri Hospital in Columbia is accused of stealing fentanyl for personal use. Amanda Woodard admitted to stealing from 133 vials from January through May by giving patients the proper dose of fentanyl and taking the rest of the vial for herself. A new report from WalletHub ranked each state's healthcare based on cost, accessibility, and outcome. Missouri ranked 24th, coming in at 15th for cost, 16th for access, and 40th for outcome. New Hampshire is the best, according to the study. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update. We'll have some cloud cover hanging around today following that cold front, and the temperatures will be a lot more comfortable. We're staying in the upper 70s. We still do have a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. A few showers possible this evening, just cloudy overnight. We're in the mid-60s, and then we're looking sunny all the way through the upcoming weekend, highs in the 80s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
The future of driving is here, and it's electric. Introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, where luxury meets cutting-edge performance. And now, at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 2.99% financing for 72 months. Efficiency, power, and style, all in one extraordinary SUV. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or online at audikirkwood.com.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know, it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
With Cam Jansen.
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, living by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. It is the last day of July. Good morning, St. Louis. 7:35 is our time. We take you to 8 o'clock this morning. Of course, you just heard it. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us today throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. Weather a little bit different today. Cooler temperatures. Not as much sun, if any. Nice change of pace when it comes to whatever you've got going on today. We certainly hope and pray you have a great day when it comes to your work life, your kids, whatever, personal from that standpoint. If you've got somebody you want to shout out, you have a business, a charity, something coming up this weekend, let us know. You can also do that on the chat line. We'll get it out there for our viewers and listeners. Also, we can talk about it. You do that at X and YouTube and Facebook. That's where we're streaming live. We appreciate you guys joining, jumping in every day as you do, as this is a newer show. By the way, newer network as well. People still finding out. Our network's all St. Louis. Everything's St. Louis. St. Louis this, St. Louis that. Trying to keep a hyper-focused, hyper-local focus on what's happening here. And, of course, that's why we love you guys to jump in. Let us know. If you want to send us an email, you can do that as well. Projo runs those emails down during the show and after. archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com. We love it when you guys tell us what's happening, if there's anything that needs a shout out, what's getting you going, anything from the standpoint of promoting what we have throughout the St. Louis area. There's a lot going on. And of course, it's impossible for us to know everything. Cardinals lost last night 2-0. Ryan Helsley traded one of the best relievers in the game to the New York Mets. We, being the Cardinals and Cardinals Nation, get some prospects. We'll see how that plays in the year and years to come. Allegedly, some opportunities there about some good things that are happening. Okay. Also, St. Louis City SC had a home game last night against Aston Villa of the English Premier League. No, it was a friendly. It wasn't something earth-shattering, but it was still nice to have soccer there. It's always good to be at Energizer Park. St. Louis City SC does a really good job with the game day experience when it comes to watching soccer. So we can talk about that as well. Love the fact, story that's making headlines. Love dogs, love animals. We talked about the dogs being caught or being rescued from a home. 150 dogs, going to get more today. 180 total animals out of Christian County in the Missouri Humane Society system right now. But how about this? And I'm sure you may have seen it yesterday. It started to make its way out yesterday when it comes to, last night. There were some stories done. But you're talking about, this is from St. Francis County, the Sheriff's Department said that they located, you're talking about a 13-year-old boy who was missing for 96 hours. Can you imagine what his family were thinking? His friends were missing. He was on a skateboard not far from the house. He eventually was found about a half mile from his house. Nobody could find him. He had fallen down in a ravine, had a serious leg injury, and was at the bottom of a ravine. Nobody could find him. Didn't know where he was. They brought in the canine unit, and here comes Canine Daryl to the rescue. Beautiful bloodhound. They tracked the 13-year-old boy. So he was found at the bottom of that ravine in Goose Creek, Missouri. So those are the things that we love to hear, those positive stories that you hear about. Finding the boy. He had a serious leg injury. They helicoptered him, got him straight to the hospital where he is recovering, but he's with his family. He was without food and water in the heat that we have had for about 96 hours. 96 freaking hours. And he survived. And he couldn't walk. Parents thinking, oh my God, they'd found his skateboard too. So it's like, obviously, I don't care how positive you are, you know what you're thinking. And they found him. And the Canine Daryl, part of a unit who goes out and can find people And Projo and I were talking about it. The bloodhounds can be so fantastic. And just it's amazing also what dogs can do. And if you're a dog owner, you know. And it's clear they have a different sense. They do. They know when you're sick. They know when you need help. They know pretty much everything. They'll come to your rescue. And especially dogs that are trained. And then there's certain I think all dogs have this extra sense. And I think some of them have an ability to do things even before they're trained. Then there's others who are trained and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like all these dogs can do all these special things. And we know how amazing our dogs, our man's best friend can be.
Yeah. Dogs pay attention to details. When I'm cooking, the dog knows every move that
Well,
I
hell
make.
yeah, he does.
I mean, he knows every sound. He knows
smells.
every move. He knows what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. And he
Yeah.
knows when it's time to get excited.
Well, yeah, when it comes to food and treats, come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but that just goes to show that they pay attention to the stuff that they care about. So they have a different perception.
Hell yeah, they do. Yeah, you smell. Oh, yeah, I care about that.
Mm-hmm.
Treat time, eat time, play time. And then, of course, in this case, work time. Daryl, major props to you, Daryl. Big time props for Daryl being used and being able to find this 13-year-old boy. And it's a great story. We don't know any other details, but my gosh, they had to bring in a canine. The canine works, and we know that canines can help in a variety of issues. It's just a great story, like I said, all the way around. Love to talk about those things. Curious if anybody else has had situations with dogs where you're like, okay, all right, you're way, 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 way smarter than a dog that should be with me. I had a German Shepherd, trained German Shepherd. The owners were moving to Antigua. I came across them. They gave me this trained German Shepherd at 3 years old. Best incredible dog ever. But this dog did not want to be left at home. And he wanted to be with me because I was his master. I was his object. And I became that through training. So I became that dog's master. He became my sole focus until our kids were born. And then it was all about the kids, which is absolutely amazing. But this dog did not like to be left at home. He learned how to unlock the door and let himself out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a problem. We had a male guy come up. He went after the male guy. And if he wanted to hurt the male guy, he would have hurt him.
Yeah.
But he nipped him on his butt. I was like, thank you, God. The male guy was a dog. And it just scared the hell out of him. It would scare me too. But that dog was super damn amazing. And I was like, okay, clearly you should be doing something else than just hanging out with me.
Yeah, if Vader could open the door, he'd be coming to work with me every day.
Of course he would be. If you have those stories, just love it, love it, love it. One of the 8 things we were talking about earlier, car accidents too. Where do they seem to happen a lot? In the St. Louis area? Have you been in any? I looked over at Projo earlier. I was like, damn, I'm a little sore. Because I was hit 2 days ago. Kind of a T-bone situation. Not on my side, but on the passenger side. If people had some of those issues, if you feel it days later, those sorts of things that happen, explaining, because we've covered several topics and we just leave it open for you guys where you guys want to go with this. Greg says, you guys talked about car accidents. I died on February 18th, 2001 at 4 p.m. I got hit at 60 miles per hour while at a stoplight. The impact pushed me into 3 more cars. The momentum caused the seatbelt to compress, my heart causing it to stop. And then it started again. CPR saved my life. Okay, that is as real as it gets. That's sobering. It's eye-opening. Yeah, there was another time where I got hit about 4 years ago. I got hit in the same place twice in a year. The same place. And it was because of the same thing. If you're driving, imagine this throughout the St. Louis area, okay? If you're traveling 270 and you're heading what I guess I would call north, and you're coming, let's say, from Manchester.
Yeah, north.
And you're heading north, and you're going to get off at Page,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to head east on Page, right past Westport.
Right.
So people would make right hand. So they would go. You make the turn to go right. You start veering to the right. So you're taking the exit to go on to Page East from 270, traveling 270, what most people consider north. And then you're making a right, veering to the right on Page. Well, when people would veer on Page going east, if it was raining, it's very difficult. I'm curious if this has happened to anybody, to keep your car straight if you're going just a little bit too fast. It's easy to lose control because you're veering to the right and you can skip out to the right.
Yeah.
When it's
I
wet.
can see that. Yeah.
For a year, the pavement, the surface, whatever, not once, but twice in a year, hit by vehicles trying to get over into the lanes.
Oh, so they slid into you.
Yeah, slid into me as I'm driving
right
straight through.
Wow.
Another car spun out right in front of me. Literally, the car spun out right in front of me, was stopped. And then it was trying to come back, and then we just kind of hit like that. So yeah, those things can happen as well. If you guys want to talk about things that you've had where they happened in the St. Louis area, those were just ones that I was like, okay, this is bizarre. And I'm talking to Maryland Heights Police. I was like, second time it's happened in a year. And they know. Police do a great job, and they're out all over the place doing whatever they possibly can.
I think the most dangerous stretch of road in St. Louis is the stretch north of the arch on 70.
You're on 70, traveling from where to where in which direction?
Say you're going north from the arch.
From
you're on 70, right in front of the arch.
Okay.
You're heading north. From there all the way up to like Bell Fountain.
Yeah.
Is like the worst, most dangerous stretch of highway.
Why?
I've driven from Pops. Pops was like being a photographer. Pops was a home away from home.
You and your Pops days.
I'm telling you. But I used to drive that
Shout
stretch.
out to Pops.
Right. I used to drive that stretch of highway all the time. And I'd say 5 out of 10 times I'd witness a car accident or somebody spin out in front of me, or somebody cut somebody off, or just all kinds of stuff happens there.
All right. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Don't doubt it one bit.
Well, and people treat it like NASCAR. Like nobody does the speed limit in NASCAR. If you do the speed limit, you're causing an accident.
I agree. And I think I agree on Highway 70.
Yeah.
In that stretch. I've been there. Just watch out for the potholes, or road conditions as well. This is Art City Now. That's Pro Joe, Producer Joe, Vic Faust, Art City Now, here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., bringing you the stories. Appreciate you guys jumping in on the chat line on X, YouTube, and Facebook, sharing your stories, sharing your experiences throughout the area. Thanks for letting people know what we do here, too. Liking our information, following us, commenting, also sharing. And you can do that because we pump out and produce reels every day from the show on Facebook, on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube as well. I was like, TikTok. We're there as well. So let us know. We want to talk about you guys. We want to talk about who's making news in St. Louis, what those stories are, what's got you going, what are the things that people care about. And that's why we invite you to the show every day. Just one big group. This is your show. You jump in and you tell us where you want to go with some of those things that are happening. Also, before I forget, Pro Joe, you wanted to know this because it's a very popular item at McDonald's. Reddit did a survey and asked former employees at fast food restaurants, what are items that nobody should ever order, ever, under any circumstance? And I was able to get through the first one that they talked about. What item do you think that McDonald's serves would be the one thing people should stay far, far away from if they're worried about their health and putting something somewhat healthy into their body? You are the former culinary expert.
Mm-hmm. I think I know this one.
What do you think it is?
McRib.
It is not the McRib.
Whoa. That's surprising.
I didn't even, is the McRib sold every day?
No, it's one of the items that they take away and bring back every once in a while.
Yeah, it's not the McRib. The chat line, Todd says the Big Mac. Nope, not even the Big Mac. I'm
Nuggets.
surprised. Where are all the guesses? So the first guess
There's
was,
2 others.
Well, hold on a second. The first guess was you saying, what'd you say again?
I said the McRib.
The McRib. I
Yeah.
was like, the McRib. It's not the McRib. It's not the Big Mac. So now you want a second guess, and you're
Yes.
saying the chicken nuggets.
Yes.
As much scrutiny as McDonald's chicken nuggets have come under, and by no means should you be making it an everyday occurrence or a multiple occurrence for your kids, even though it's easy to eat the chicken nuggets. It is not chicken nuggets, my friend. It's not. It's not chicken nuggets. There were 3 guesses. Anybody from the chat line want to guess it? You've already guessed twice.
Yeah, I have others, but I'm not going to keep going because eventually I'm going to get it right if I keep going. So.
How about, well, nobody's blowing up the chat line right now with ideas yet,
Right.
unless it gets to me a little bit later.
I
Did you
mean,
want to take a third guess?
There's 1 of 2 1
No,
and
no, one more. I'm
okay.
giving you one more.
Then
so
I'm going to go
choose
with
wisely.
French fries because of the seed oils.
No.
There you go. Todd says French
It's
fries.
not the French fries. It's not French fries. So let me repeat. It's not French fries from McDonald's. It's not the McRib. It's not chicken nuggets. It's not Big Mac. Those 4 things are not what Reddit users, what Reddit subscribers said was something. They're former employees at fast food restaurants, but the fast food restaurant workers from McDonald's said there's one item, and we still haven't got it.
It's going to be my favorite thing. I know.
And
it is.
Greg says the McFlurry, not even the McFlurry. So we're 5. What are we? 5 guesses in? McFlurry, McRib, Big Mac, French fries, chicken nuggets. 5 guesses, 0 for 5. I thought this would have been guessed fairly soon, but maybe it's because I saw it before I had to guess what it was.
Right.
So from that standpoint, Mr. Projo, did you want to take you said you had one other guess. You had
Last
2
one.
more. Last one. Go ahead and say it.
Fish fillet.
It's finally been found. The fish fillet. 6.
My favorite damn thing. That's
Did
why-
you look it up?
No,
You
no,
didn't have to look it up. You
no.
finally figured out it was
Yeah.
the fish fillet.
Mhm.
The fish fillet. Any reason why? Any guesses why? Come on, you're around food your entire life.
It's not real fish.
It's not real fish.
Yeah.
Is what they were saying. They make it from Alaskan
pollock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know about the Alaskan pollock?
I knew this fact, at least the Alaskan pollock. I knew that beforehand. So
Okay. Yeah, they make it from the Alaskan pollock. And allegedly, I don't understand. What does Todd have on our chat line?
it's him laying dead.
Okay. I gotcha. It's made from Alaskan pollock, but they're like, something's wrong with it. And I don't go places and order lots of, quote, fish sandwiches. But during Lent, trying to be a good Catholic boy, I don't eat the meat on Fridays. So fish fillet became a choice. And I started until this year, I was introduced to something that was absolutely amazing. It was a fish sandwich from Culver's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, those are good.
The door was open. The light came on.
They're fish and chips too.
Yeah, I have a friend who owns a local Culver's. And then I found out they do a ton of business every year, Culver's, in the St. Louis area when it comes to their fish and fish sandwiches because it is so darn good.
It's Alaskan cod. They actually use Alaskan cod.
Oh my gosh. So it's pollock and cod
Mhm.
are very different. I'm
Yeah.
glad I have a foodie
Well,
around.
and tilapia, stay away from that crap too. That fish was genetically modified or genetically made to clean sewage. I'm telling you. It was bred to specifically do that job. And
The
now
things
now
you'll
they
hear on
sell it
Art
to
City
eat it.
now. I'm glad I have you around, my friend. I'm glad you're here as we broadcast to the St. Louis area about all kinds of stories and food. I could go for some Culver's fish and chips coming from the chat line. Yeah, it's pretty good. Robert says halibut over cod. I agree. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
But it's more expensive, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, halibut's it's not as common.
Of course not. Yeah, not as common. Okay. It is what it is. We're And you know when we say these things, if you see a drive-through or you're there, you're thinking about it. You're definitely thinking about it. So no, it is not. And if I'm in a bind, I will definitely get the double quarter pounder without cheese from McDonald's. And those patties, you could eat 4 of them. And I stay away from the bread, or sometimes I'll eat 1 piece of the bread to try to stay away from the carbs.
So is that what you meant? That's the only healthy thing?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the only real meat that they have.
It is. Thank you. It is actually good.
Yeah.
Or good, or less than bad, or better than bad.
Yeah, and
it might be less than good, but it's better than bad. So it's somewhere in between. Are you following me?
Yeah. They bill it as 100% beef. And unlike the rest of the meat that they put on other sandwiches. So the quarter pounder is the only thing that you have like real 100% beef.
Yep, I get it from the chat line. No fast food for me. Fast instead. Good for you. I'm glad you can fast. If you can fast, it's one of the best things you can do for your body. It is.
It's my favorite thing. That's how I lost a lot of my weight.
Fasting?
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, but you got to find your right intermittent period.
Yeah.
For you, of what you can do without putting something in your mouth. Become more disciplined. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
Damn, that sucks.
I would fast for 18 hours a day.
Really? And then just pound food?
Not pound, but eat a sensible meal, or 2 meals, a large meal in the beginning of the day, and then about a few hours later have a smaller meal, and then nothing.
You start to feel the hunger, which is your body eating the fat away.
It's going into ketosis.
There you go.
Yep.
That's Projo, people. We appreciate you guys being with us. Monday through Friday, Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up. Robert says he does it 3 days, once a month.
Yeah,
So-
if you can do the 3 day, that's
but the
that's more
72-hour
beneficial.
fast is insane. Yes.
The 3 day is definitely more beneficial though.
All right. I've learned. I'm feeling guilty. I got to be able to fast. I got to be more disciplined. Projo's in the house. I'm Vic Faust. Guys, thanks for being with us today. Lots of guests coming up in the weeks to come. We are grateful for that. Thanks for your help from that standpoint, Greg. If you guys have guests you want to know about, let us know. You can contact us at archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com. Edward Cage said, what about Hodak's Chicken Wings? That place is a beautiful thing. Shout out for Hodak's. That goes into our National Wing Day a few days ago. So Arch City Now, we are your Lou information station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Jim and Cam coming up next. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow at 6.
In your city with Kelly and Gordon. It's the hottest happy hour in STL radio.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount super